Have you ever watched a video and thought, how could these people do something so stupid? Well, these incredibly bizarre deaths actually happened. While unusual deaths are relatively rare, history has recorded some truly bizarre instances. From tripping and falling, choking, ingesting things, and even laughing, here are 10 of the absolutely dumbest ways people have died. Death by beard. Among the epitaphs displayed on the side of St. Stephen's Church on the Austrian-German border, there is a large stone relief of a man with an unusually long beard stretching down past his feet. It's a fitting monument to an important man who was killed by his own facial hair. The likeness is that of Hans Steiniger, a 16th century burgomaster or town mayor. The story of his incredible beard, which is said to have been over 4.5 feet long, looms large in the town's cultural memory. In 1567, the burgomaster tripped over his own beard and in the process broke his own neck while running away from a fire. Steiniger usually kept his beard hair rolled up and stuffed in a pocket. But during the commotion, he was running around with it hanging free. In the midst of the chaos, he managed to step on his own beard, sending him tumbling down a flight of stairs and breaking his neck. The long length of facial hair was cut off and preserved separately. Over 450 years after Steiniger's death, his beard survives and is currently on display at the District Museum Herzoberg in Brunau. Death by molasses. The Great Molasses Flood, also known as the Boston Molasses Disaster, occurred on January 15, 1919. It was one of the most unusual and tragic industrial accidents in American history. The disaster was caused by the bursting of a large storage tank filled with molasses. The tank, owned by the Purity Distilling Company, was 50 feet tall and 90 feet in diameter, and it held around 2.3 million gallons of molasses, which was used in the production of alcohol. The collapse of the tank released a massive wave of molasses, estimated to be 25 feet high at its peak, that surged through the streets of a densely populated North End at speeds up to 35 miles per hour. Buildings were destroyed, people and animals were swept away by the sticky tide. In total, 21 people were killed and around 150 were injured. Some victims drowned in the molasses, while others were crushed by the debris or suffocated as they became trapped in the thick, viscous substance. Death by cow. In 2013, a Brazilian man was indeed killed when a cow fell through the roof of his home in Cartagena, a town in southeastern Brazil. The cow reportedly had wandered onto the roof of his house from a nearby hillside and caused the structure to collapse. Tragically, Souza was in bed at the time and suffered severe injuries from the incident, which ultimately led to his death. The bizarre accident garnered significant attention in both national and international media due to its unusual circumstances. Death by toothpick. Craft a story in which a seemingly benign object, like a toothpick, ends up as the catalyst for some great change or tragedy. On March 8, 1941, Sherwood Anderson, author of the American classic Winesburg, Ohio, died from peritonitis. An autopsy later revealed that a swallowed toothpick was to blame.
What's that in your mouth?
It's a toothpick. I'm a toothpicker now. Get used to it.
Swallowing a toothpick can potentially be dangerous and lead to various complications, because a toothpick can cause punctures or tears in the digestive tract. If someone swallows a toothpick, it's crucial to seek medical help immediately. Do not induce vomiting unless instructed by a medical professional, as this could potentially worsen the situation. Instead, go to the nearest emergency room or contact a poison control center for guidance. X-rays or other imaging tests may be necessary to locate the toothpick and determine the best course of action.
Maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
Damn!
Death by drowning in sewage. Ew. Once upon a time, Monica Meyer presided over the town of Betterton, Maryland as the mayor. It was reported that it was customary for Meyer to get up close and personal with various duties that the city's common folk carried out each day. regularly offering a helping hand in situations where it was hardly expected of her. Tragically, her vivacious willingness to help ultimately became her undoing. Mayor Meyer was known to go down to Betterton's sewage treatment plant to assist in cleaning the waste tanks. She even went alone at times, which is indeed admirable, but in hindsight, she probably should have brought some company with her on March 20th, 1980. While tending to the tanks, she reportedly fell directly into a vat of sewage and quickly became submerged in the foul mass of human filth. Oh my God, could you imagine? Gross, gross, gross. That might be the worst way to die. Death by horse race. On June 4th, 1923, well-known jockey Frank Hayes won the only race of his career on the horse Sweet Kiss. He also became the only man to ever win a race despite being dead. A stable hand turned stand-in jockey achieved the unthinkable and rode the 20-1 shot to a surprise victory over fan favorite Gimme. While that in itself shocked the crowd, what was to come would be even more shocking.
Bum, bum, bum.
After Hayes crossed the finish line, he tumbled from the saddle. Reports at the time said track doctor John A. Voorhees rushed over to examine Hayes, but pronounced him dead immediately and said he had suffered a heart attack. It's believed Sweet Kiss never raced again. In fact, lore says it earned the nickname Sweet Kiss of Death. Death by laughing. Chrysippus, also known as the man who died from laughing at his joke, is a 3rd century BC Greek Stoic philosopher. He was one of the leading figures in the Hellenistic period of philosophy, particularly known for his contributions to Stoicism. The story goes that he was watching a donkey eating figs and found the sight so amusing that he laughed uncontrollably, eventually succumbing to exhaustion and passing away. This tale is often cited as an example of the Stoic belief in maintaining emotional equilibrium and finding humor in the world, even in mundane occurrences. Death by acting. British actor Gareth Jones is known for the dubious honor of being the first actor to ever die on live TV, according to the Guinness World Book of Records. He died of a heart attack while performing in a live televised play where his character was scripted to have a heart attack.
Oh, this is a big one.
The character Jones was set to play was named Carl Norman, and when the play was in the middle of its live broadcast, Jones claimed to feel sick while in makeup between scenes, and he took a nip of brandy to calm his nerves before he then passed out in his seat. When the actors reached a point in the play where Jones was set to reappear, he was nowhere to be found. What a showstopper! Death by carrot. Health fanatic Basil Brown, yes, that's his real name.
Oh, look, here's Basil.
Was a 48-year-old health food advocate from Croydon, England. He died of liver damage when he consumed 10 gallons of carrot juice over a course of 10 days. His skin was bright yellow when he died. Even healthy things should be taken in moderation. Dr. David Haller, the pathologist who performed an autopsy, said that the effect of the enormous intake of vitamin A from carrots and tablets was indistinguishable from alcohol poisoning. It produces the same result, he said, cirrhosis of the liver. Maybe vegetables aren't that good for you. Death by taunting death. Greg Austin Gingrich was trying to amuse his kids in 1992 when he pretended he was losing his balance on a guardrail at the Grand Canyon. His apparent plan was to fall down a small slope where he thought he could catch his balance at the bottom, which of course is a great place to try to pull a prank, all while terrifying his teenage daughter in the process. However, Gingrich lost his footing while pretending to fall and actually plummeted 400 feet to his death. These examples serve as reminders of the unpredictable nature of life and the sometimes strange circumstances that could lead to tragedy. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel for more entertaining content weekly. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching.